at the world and refuse to be told no, who laugh at limitations, who see cages as nothing but challenges waiting to be conquered. And as you walk forward, understand that this journey isn't about reaching some distant endpoint. It's about the power in every step, every choice, every moment you claim as your own. The world will try to slow you down, to convince you that maybe freedom isn't worth the scars. But you know the truth. The scars are proof that you've truly lived, that you've refused to bend, to break, to be anything less than yourself. Those who see you, they'll wonder how you did it, how you found the strength. They'll want to know what kept you moving when everything was pushing against you. The answer: it's the fire that's always burned within you. A fire that can't be snuffed out, no matter how many times the world tries to bury it. You carry it forward, an eternal blaze that fuels every step, every decision. And in that fire, you're creating a legacy not just for yourself, but for everyone who ever felt caged, silenced, or stifled by a world that didn't understand them. You're more than a rebel, you're a lighthouse, a spark that ignites others, a living, breathing reminder that freedom isn't given, it's taken, seized, fought for with every ounce of your being. So go on, keep walking. The world will remember you not as someone who simply survived, but as someone who thrived, who turned every scar into strength, every barrier into fuel. You are and always will be uncontainable, unbreakable, unforgettable. And with each step you prove that the only path worth walking is the one you carve for yourself. And here's the thing they never saw coming: you didn't just escape, you rose higher. Every boundary you broke, every rule you rejected, every chain you cast aside has become part of your power. They thought freedom would make you fragile, that you'd get lost without their walls to contain you. But it only made you stronger, sharper, more resilient. You took every ounce of doubt, every restriction they tried to place on you, and you turned it into fuel. Now you're not just free, you're unstoppable. The world still watches, some with awe, others with envy, a few with lingering fear. Because each day you move forward, you're proving a point they can't ignore: that life on your own terms is not only possible, it's worth every scar, every battle, every moment of uncertainty. You're setting a new standard, one that doesn't bend for approval or follow someone else's script. And as you carve this path, you're giving others the courage to step out of their own shadows, to see their own cages for what they are: illusions built to keep them small. So let them talk, let them judge, let them try to understand the fire they can't extinguish. They'll keep casting their doubts, their disapproval, but it's nothing more than the faint echo of their own fears. Because deep down they know that your journey, your freedom, is a reminder of everything they once dreamed of and left behind. You are living proof that life doesn't have to be played safe, that real strength is in risking everything to be who you were meant to be. You carry with you a message that cannot be ignored. Life is not about fitting in, it's about breaking out. It's about living with intensity, passion, and purpose, unshaken by those who cling to their own comfort. You are a force that transcends their expectations, a voice that will not be silenced, a spirit too wild to be held down. Every step you take forward leaves a mark on this world, a ripple that grows into a wave. And that wave? It's the beginning of a revolution, a testament to the power of the unbroken, the unapologetic, the unbound. So keep walking, fearless and fierce. The world may not understand you, but they'll never forget you. You're here to make an impact that lasts, to create a story that inspires, to be a legend that others will look to when they need the courage to rise. You're not just alive, you're alive with purpose, with fire, with the unshakable belief that life was meant to be lived without limits. And as you look ahead, know this: you've only just begun. The path before you is yours to blaze, the future yours to define. Keep going, unstoppable, uncontainable, untamed, because you are the storm, the fire, the force they never saw coming. And with every step, you're leaving behind not just footprints, but the unmistakable impact of someone who dared to live unchained. The world will keep trying to make sense of you, to fit you into the comfortable boxes they understand, to define what can't be defined. But you aren't here to be understood, to be explained, or to be softened into something they can easily accept. You're here to disrupt, to awaken, to be a spark that refuses to burn out. You're the reminder that life isn't meant to be a quiet compromise, but a fierce, unapologetic declaration of everything you are. They'll continue watching, some hoping you'll stumble, others hoping you'll somehow conform, but deep down, even they know you are beyond reach. You've tasted a freedom they can't comprehend, then once you've known that, nothing else will ever be enough. You don't need their approval, their praise, or their validation. You've found something infinitely more valuable, your own power, your own voice, your own path. And now that path isn't just yours, it's a beacon for everyone who's been told to be smaller, quieter, less of themselves. You've become a force, and that force is contagious. Your freedom speaks to those who are still caged, calls out to those who've almost forgotten their own strength. For them, seeing you out there unrestrained, unbowed, it's a reminder that the chains they feel aren't invincible, that they too have the power to break free. Because you're not just showing them the way, you're giving them permission to reclaim their own fire. And here's the truth they don't want to admit: they admire you. They may resent your courage, envy your freedom, but they're captivated by it too. Because you represent something they once felt within themselves, a glimmer of rebellion, a whisper of a life unbound. But where they settled, you soared. Where they compromised, you conquered. Where they accepted the walls around them, you broke everyone down. So keep moving, keep blazing forward. Let them talk, let them wonder. You're not here for them, you're here for you. For the life that's waiting beyond every limit, for the dreams that refuse to be dimmed. And as you walk this path, you're not just becoming more of who you are, you're reshaping the very world around you. Because one by one, others will see you and remember what's possible. They'll find courage in your defiance, hope in your freedom, and strength in your scars. You are unstoppable, unbreakable, undeniable. You are proof that life isn't about settling, but about rising over and over, no matter who tries to hold you down. This is your story, your legacy, your revolution. And as you move forward, know that the world will never be the same. You're not just alive, you're alive in a way that ignites everything around you. You are the thunder, the flame, the relentless surge of a spirit that can't be tamed. And the world, it has no choice but to make room for the storm that you are. And as you stride forward, you leave behind echoes of a spirit unshaken, whispers of courage that others can't ignore. Your path is no longer just your own, it's a revolution in the making. A call to all those who feel bound by expectations, silenced by fear, stifled by convention. You're more than a story now, you're a rallying cry, a spark that lights the fire in those who've been holding back, waiting for permission to unleash their own truth. Look around you. The world you once knew, it's shifting. Others are beginning to see through the cracks in the walls they built around themselves, beginning to understand that freedom isn't a gift, it's a decision, a declaration, a battle waged in the depths of the soul. And you, by simply existing on your terms, are proof that they too can choose something different, something wild, something real. You are living, breathing proof that there is life beyond their comfort zones, strength beyond their fears. The world can't cage a storm, can't bottle a wildfire, can't harness a force that was born to be free. You are that force, a relentless, unapologetic testament to what happens when someone stops living for acceptance and starts living for their truth. And as you keep moving forward, you're creating a path for others who dare to follow. They'll see your scars, your triumphs, your unwavering spirit, and realize that they too have a choice. They don't have to live as ghosts of themselves, shadows cast by someone else's light. They can become something more, something undeniable, uncontainable, unforgettable.